All right, Crossroads Sports, Brandon Reeve, Jonathan Birdsong, JB, happy Memorial Day weekend, happy Indy 500 day, and happy Pacers Game 3 night.
Man, right now, Indianapolis, Indiana, our hometown is the center of the sports universe. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Jim Irsay, lest we forget that as
Yeah,
well. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But yeah, man, another great. It was 109th running of the race, the Indianapolis 500. Had great spectacle, great drama out there today. You know what I'm saying? For once, it wasn't blacked out again here locally. You know what I'm saying? Fox. I don't know, Brandon. Fox put on a different branding, different, you know what I'm saying, different showcase, man. I like some of the fanfare they kind of brought to it. But like, nah, man.
Lot of
Indianapolis,
commercials.
not
Lot of commercials.
yeah, a lot of commercials. Like Indianapolis is the center of the basketball world. It's the center of the basketball world, and like here, just a little bit, we got Pacers game 3, man. So like, how couldn't Crossroads Sports not jump on and kind of talk about this, man? So like, man, where you want to? Let's talk about the race
Yeah.
first, man. How about that?
Let's go race first. Obviously, today, colder race, low 60s here in Indianapolis for the race for Memorial Day weekend, which is crazy, but
Yeah,
had a little bit of rain, so it was delayed a little bit. But once they got out onto the track, before the race even started, Scott McLaughlin from Team Penske crashes before they could even get the parade laps and just loses it, crashes the
yeah,
wall, the parade lap, warming his tires. He went out. Then the very first lap, Marco Andretti involved in a crash. It was like
first
three
turn.
wide going into turn one. So
Yep.
Andretti was out. Rain came back on lap 20. Sato had a strong start, led the most laps today. I've got the sheet here. Sato ended up leading 51 laps overall. That was all in the very first half of the race. Rossi took the lead, and then he went to the pits, and then he was having problems with his car. His car caught fire. His crew man caught fire.
That was
So
crazy.
that was nuts.
Yep.
VK crashed in
DK
the
out
pits as
early.
well,
Yep.
and then the rookie Schwartzman crashed into his
From
own
Israel.
team in the pits, and
Yeah.
ended up being his end. Kyle Larson ended up crashing, just downshifted off of a restart. Just shows his inability right now to recognize these cars.
Yeah.
Crashed on lap 94. That knocked Larson out. And then it got good because we had very little yellows from there. Newgarden was moving up. John, he started 32nd, got all the way to sixth, and
And
then
then
they
get
had
up
a
to six, man.
finish issue.
I seen him as high as ninth, and I went back and checked on some food, and had pitted and was having problems with his car. Missed the lap here, missed the lap there, and it went from missing 3 laps to they couldn't get the car. Something's going on with the fuel tank
Yeah,
or whatever.
fuel pressure, no fuel pressure. So,
Yeah, and he was out. And
um,
that's
and
but
to
so
say
like
that Scott Dixon had issues too. Start of the race as well. Before the race even started, he was having issues with his brakes. So that cost Dixon 3 laps, and he never
yep,
recovered. He ended up finishing 3 laps down.
yep,
So,
yep. So somebody
but
said so a lot of big names out early. From when like a lot of drama. Like you said, he finally from where he kind of started to where he kind of pulled up to at least like this that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? Just to pull up to that position. Paulo Ward, I think he got to as high as fifth.
he
Uh,
led. He led a little bit.
yeah, he led for a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Couldn't get past fourth. For him, late. You thought he would make that push. Didn't end up making that push as we thought he would, which is a struggle. But Marcus, it became a fuel strategy, right? So people had different strategies for the fueling and who was going to stay out, who was going to have to pit. Erickson and Pillow, those were your top names with David Malukas. Um, you know, Connor Daly, the hometown guy, he led some laps out there. He was showing strong until pit stops being made. But yeah, it was frustrating to see. Uh, Daly couldn't keep it up there, but Pillow and Erickson, it came down to them. Pillow just riding behind Erickson there and decided to make that pass to surprise him. Pillow was saving fuel. And then Alex Pillow, the Spaniard, first Spaniard to win the Indy 500, his first oval victory. The man has won 5 of the first 6 races this year. Overall, they also give him the championship trophy this year as well. He's already won it 2 years in a row. Why not be a third?
yeah, like I said, another great running of the Indy 500, man. Um, kissing the bricks, and then now we're moving on to beating the Knicks.
Yeah, absolutely. And NASCAR, by the way, NASCAR's Coke 600 is going on. Larson was in the lead and spun out. So he's working
Doing
his
too
way
much,
back
Kyle
up as
Larson.
we
Doing
speak.
too much
So
today, Kyle Larson.
I know, right? But now to the main show. Pacers, Knicks, game 3 tonight. Pacers took 2 in New York, the cardiac Pacers.
Took them.
My heart, John, the first game, because we haven't talked really, game 1, the bounce off the rim, it hung and came straight back down. I jumped out of bed. I said, Jim Irsay, thank you for the help there on that.
Not the six
Game
man.
2, Pacers hung in. First game or first quarter, second quarter, just kind of hung in there. They kept taking the body shots, but staying up.
Yeah.
And then the Knicks got tired. You get the Knicks tired, you get them forcing. We've talked about this. You get late in the games, it gets butt puckering time. And that's kind of what New York did, and they crumbled there towards the end. Karl-Anthony Towns, weirdly on the bench there at the end of game 2. They went with Mitchell Robinson there. I love the strategy of fouling Robinson. But then, I'm sorry, and I was happy with it, but the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson shot selection there on that final play when you're down by 3, little sus.
I kind of look at it like, hey, man, the first game was a blessing. Get prayed for, Pacers.
100%.
Second game, man, the Pacers, we can kind of knock all the rebounding, for sure. The first half, it wasn't offensive rebounding. The Knicks was a plus.
Right.
But offensively, man, the Pacers don't kind of gauge themselves like that. They, if as long as the ball come out of the net, man, it's a win for them, and they execute. It's hard. It's kind of hard to put in context, man. Like that's what they want to do. Like that's their defense. Keep on pressuring. Like every time they're down, but they're wanting to score. Hurry up. If you don't score, shame on you. Shame on you. We just scored. You know what I mean? So pace and pressure. You're getting some decent ball pressure from the Pacers guards. Our guy TJ McConnell looked like more than what looked like the top reserve that he is. Last game 2. I just hope the Pacers don't get super cocky coming into knowing that it's a technically with the hype of the race and whatnot, and technically knowing that they put a whole lot of more pressure if they win.
I don't think they will. I think they should come out because they did that against Cleveland and they got their ass handed in that game 3, if you remember.
So hopefully there's some lessons learned. I also look at it like this is a time that our guy Ben Mathurin, you know what I'm saying, who has gotten minutes, but what kind of has done with him, and what is kind of his top selection kind of look like. Stat line hasn't looked great, but like maybe this is his day that he plays off the, if he's off some of that crowd energy and plays better at home. Then you're gonna get the best punch you're gonna get from the Knicks, and this is the best game you're gonna get. Other than this, you're gonna get a lot of. I guarantee you, Karl-Anthony Towns will not be on the bench. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about fouls. And Thibodeau ain't, like I said, ain't worried about like players' minutes. Like their season's on the line. So hopefully the Pacers kind of match that energy. You get the free Halliburton, John Halliburton. Hopefully we'll see him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not necessarily on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets a little crazy with that. But like hopefully see him and that energy throughout the game tonight. And like I said, the Pacers gonna have to eventually match the energy of the Knicks for sure.
Are you nervous with nervous with Scott Foster, the extender? He's known as the extender. That is his nickname. He likes to extend these series out, and he's got the call tonight here in Indianapolis.
No. I think we'll get a fair whistle. Brunson's just gonna Brunson's gonna draw a lot of fouls because he just does.
John, I'm tired of the head bod.
Yeah, Brunson.
And there's a foul.
If I was a Knicks fan, and I'm not, but if I was a Knicks fan, I would be kind of concerned with them talking about tinkering with their starting lineup here right now. Talking about Josh Hart coming out of the lineup and going kind of bigger to kind of deal with some of the Pacers' length. And Josh Hart inability to like be the whatever he was last year, damn near walking triple double threat last year against the Pacers. But like, no, man, I expect a lot of energy, and get up on the Knicks, man. Don't even let it keep close with them, man, and like, man, just blow them out. And don't let him think. Give him thinking about a game 4. Think about going home for game 4. That's what I kind of hope for the Pacers tonight. Match that energy.
Pacers Pacers are 2-2 with Scott Foster officiating this year.
Pacers is like what 0-3 again too when they play on the race or something like historical. So I don't
Hey,
know. Throw out,
Pacers are 4-2 with our guy Tyler Ford.
right? I don't know. You throw out some of those record books,
But
man.
with this Nick Butchert, Buchert,
He gonna go down the
4
coach list.
games, Pacers are 3-1 with him reffing. So hey, maybe there's some hope. So
Maybe.
we'll see. I mean, I think it's gonna be a physical game. I think there will be tempers flaring tonight. I think we
Oh
will
yeah.
get some temper flares.
Oh yeah.
Can the Pacers withstand the momentum? They're going to get New York, like you said, they're going to get New York's best punch tonight. It's can you withstand that? And listen, Tibbs, I think he'll extend the bench a little bit tonight. I really do. I think you're going to see maybe 9 guys come in there. He knows he has to because the first 2 games they got terrible. They were terrible late,
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
So I think
And the
they
Pacers
extended
gonna
out a
ride.
little bit.
Yeah, for
Mikal
sure.
Bridges, you can't let him have a big game tonight. I think
Mm-mm.
I think you got to limit him. You've already shown that you can with Towns. You're going to give up to that 25 to 30. Jalen Brunson, you got to hold him under, and you got to keep Josh Hart. Josh Hart, I was silent in game 2, and I think you got to try to control that again with Josh Hart. You can't let an road team have an X factor guy, kind of like the Knicks did
Mm-mm.
against the Pacers, where the Pacers X factor guys came in. Um, I just, like you said, we need step up. This is tonight where you set the ground, right? Go ahead and finish it because do not give this series any life. You've worked hard to get home court now. You've got it. I said Pacers in 6. Hell, it could be 4 if you play your cards right. I don't think it'll be 4, but you gotta win tonight. Because if not, the pressure comes back to you in game 4, Tuesday night, where it's a must win then. Because if not, you're going back to Madison Square, it becomes a best of 3 series, 2 games there. And we ain't going to have that.
Must win tonight. Must win tonight.
Must win tonight.
What you
Must win
think
tonight.
about
All right.
before
Oh,
we tap
yeah.
out real quick, man? Did you watch any of that blowout last night? Or did you tap out of that? That was horrible.
I did not watch I didn't watch a single minute of the game. I saw the score. I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night. I had to be at work at 4 a.m. this morning. So,
Man, Reef had to do the real work.
and I got to be at work tomorrow morning at 4 or at 5 o'clock. So I got to be up
I
at
got
4:30 tomorrow morning
I
to get
got
these
you.
people out. Then I'm on vacation for a week. So we're set then. A lot
There
of
you go.
crossroads coming this week.
Sounds good. We'll
Let
make
me
up for
ask
lost
you.
time. Yeah.
College football playoff decided to do the reseeding now. So now it's
You
not
want to
conference
piss me off.
champions. It's just the
You want
top
to piss
4.
me off. He wanted to
I'm not
oh,
pitching
that's
out. I'm just saying they're reseeding it. What they should have done last
nah,
year.
I'm good. I'm good with it, man. It's still gonna make all the. They're still gonna. I guarantee you, one of these Big 12 schools or Big 10 schools still gonna be pissed off or whatever, jogging position. So now you got to play the. You got to play the college. You got to play the ranking game, not necessarily if I'm the champion. As far as like who gets the buy or not. So it is what it is. I'm with it. I understand.
I did read an article a little bit ago that said that Thibodeau was considering moving Mitchell Robinson into the starting 5 and benching Josh Hart to start the game.
That's what I'm saying, man. Kind of curious. You got to be kind of
2 bigs.
concerned. You're doing the Pacers a favor.
Well, yeah, because then you just do the hack of Mitchell.
If
I
it
think it
comes
was
down to that,
smart.
but I don't know, man. They just had their hands full. They didn't have no answers for Pascal Siakam. None. Not any.
Yeah. Do you expect another big game from Pascal tonight? Because I don't. I expect like maybe a 20 and like 9, 20 and 10. But that's
Remember, Brandon Reeves. We might have said this on episode. We were still on the radio then. Excuse me. He said the best version of the Pacers is when everybody kind of touches the ball, gets involved, and we got this. If we added everybody's points up, we'd have like saying 6 people with like averaging 17 points. I think that's what we get tonight. That's what you want to see. With Pascal with like 17, the homie Matherin about 18 off the bench, TJ with 10. And then Halliburton with his normal stat line of 23, 10, and 12. What is something crazy, man? That's kind of what we want
I
to see.
I need an early start from Halliburton tonight. We can't be
Yeah,
waiting.
no more late starts where we got 4
No,
points at the halftime. Nah, man.
nope,
Nah.
can't do it. Can't do it in a home game, game 3, where you can put a statement on this rivalry.
Yeah.
Because I got really nervous. I tell you what, game 1, when he did this, after I found out it was a 2, I said, "Oh shit, this ain't gonna. This is not good. Karma's
The
not good when you do
right
that for a
basketball
tie."
karma is gonna be against you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. I got really nervous on that, but hey, we got a chance. 6 games away from a title, 2 wins away
Pacers winning the
from
East.
an NBA Finals.
Pacers is winning the
Um,
East. I'm sorry. It ain't no sorry. It's happening.
I got New York fans that are. Oh, my mentions over the weekend have just been complete New York, just thinking we've
Well,
gotten the
that's
lucky
good.
whistle. It's not been fair. I saw
What?
Spike Lee said the NBA was rigged because the Pacers won the 2 in New York.
On this little Pacers ride that we had, the only people that haven't necessarily given us any ribbing as far as the Pacers is concerned is the Milwaukee Bucks fans, because the Pacers just went in there and took care of business. But you know, what I'm saying, at least the Cavs fans are off your head now, and the Knicks fans have kind of, as long as they don't throw no trash at you, man, that's crazy, man. That they go to those depths and man,
Scumbags.
they threw trash on people. It's not that deep, y'all. It ain't that deep.
Hey, I think LeBron James said at one point when somebody asked him, "You're down to 0-2. Are you nervous?" We're down to 2. It's just basketball. So we'll see. You okay with Shea Gildress Alexander winning the MVP award?
Yeah, yeah, man. He's not super. Like, he doesn't have a super highlight package, man. But team got. You know what I'm saying? Top team. They got how many wins? You know what I mean? Didn't necessarily look like MVP last night, but they'll bounce back.
Who would you rather play tonight or play in the NBA Finals, the T Wolves or the Oklahoma City Thunder? Where do you? I
If
think you
you're
match
the
up better with the T Wolves.
Pacers,
They've gotten blitzed by
whoo,
20 by the Thunder both times this year.
it's probably like kind of playing against the Thunder is kind of like probably playing against you know what I mean, against yourself, because they're kind of like mirror versions of one another, man. They have outside play,
Yeah,
they got depth, they got wing. So yeah, man, you definitely want to play the Jekyll and Hyde sort of Timberwolves for sure.
yeah, I totally agree because I just I look back to the box scores. One time they didn't have Neesmith play, but the other one they had everybody playing. They got blitzed both damn near by 20 points both games. So
Yeah, yeah. Minnesota has problems scoring. They got a big hand. I'll make sure you can watch it, but they got a big hand out of it was my homie that plays for Illinois, Terrence Shannon Jr. Like
yeah,
we haven't heard his name in far as no rookie classes, anything, and like I said, because he's had limited minutes during the season, but like yeah, big minutes last night. The real quick 9 points kind of helped jolted the team jump out. But like that's not every night thing for them. They have inconsistent scoring. So like man, you talking about as far as matchup concerned, yeah, you're gonna get a go off game from Ant Edwards. And some of those games, even then, you get a bad 2 game at him because you can just force him to shoot back poorly, but. Yeah, man.
yeah.
Bring on the
Now,
Timberwolves, please.
I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have reliable sources telling me, really reliable sources saying that you have already started planning the parade route.
Nah, man, we got in trouble, man. We did that video. We did a video, man. People are getting good. People getting that kind of got a little traction for it, man. Not me. You said it. You said it. You said people. These things ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, they planning parade routes from east side to the west side, the north side, even Carmel. Gonna get a little love. They said Beach Grove.
Hallville.
Harvey, this dude keep on talking about Harville. Beach Grove, they coming with the parade. Pacer Parade and Brandon Reef.
Oh, see,
Tough one last night against the New York Liberty. The Fever lost one. I thought it was a
yeah,
foul, man. I thought it was a foul one, but like, man, it's gonna be a double. Brandon Reef says it's a double parade coming, y'all. So get ready. Caitlin Clark is coming with her trophy, and that trophy they're gonna bring probably run around the circle one time, maybe the fairgrounds. You already know they're gonna make the tour. It's coming.
near East Side Broad Ripple.
The boat,
Confirmed.
yeah.
Knicks have Patrick Ewing in the house.
So
Spike Lee in the house.
who we got?
Pacers confirm Roy Hibbert, Ron Artest so far that I've seen.
I'm sure Larry Bird somewhere. You know what I
Should
mean?
be in the back.
Damn.
should be in the back.
Kevin Pritchard's there. He ain't that famous though, but I'm sure we got somebody else, man. I'm sure the homie Luke Boso from the IU Indy Jaguars. I'm sure he'd be in the house, man. He's always, you know what I'm saying, there with a good basketball atmosphere.
I'll tell you who else will be there. The Indy 500 champion Alex Pillow
There you
said
go.
in his press conference he's going to be there tonight live. Can you confirm last night that you were at St. Elmo's Steakhouse with Barkley and them?
No, wasn't me. I wasn't even at Steak and Shake. Steakhouse.
That's Mike Tomlin's go-to right there, Steak and Shake. So
Aaron
cool,
Rodgers
John.
is coming. He's coming, y'all.
Oh, is this the week we signed? He just said on a post. He just said. Do you hear what he said on our podcast last week?
That's why I mentioned it, man. That's why I mentioned it.
Motherfucker, just sign already.
Brandon Reed wants you to sign, Darren. Come on.
Sign it. Let's go. What are we waiting on? Shit. Whatever your issue is, I'll take care of it. I don't care. I'll take care of it.
Oh, okay. There you go, y'all.
You need somebody to pick up your dry cleaning? I got you.
Nah, he got somebody to do that, man. He's probably waiting on a dollar amount, or you know what I'm saying. Who knows, man? Where Aaron Rodgers?
The Steelers are still waiting on a second wide receiver. They want to wait till they figure out this Aaron Rodgers thing, which means to me, hey, we'll sign Lazard if you come here. If not, then F Lazard, we'll get somebody else.
Right.
So,
right. So
we'll see.
Man,
we'll see. Oh, anything real quick on Colts? Jim Irsay.
No, man. We'll talk a little bit more about it, man. I kind of
on Wednesday.
On Wednesday. I kind of went into the show on a high note, man. Like I said, it's RIP Jim Irsay, man. We'll talk a little bit more the history of the Colts.
Final score tonight: Pacers, Knicks. What do you got?
130 to 115. Pacers. They got them.
I got 124, 119 Pacers.
Ooh, you wanted too close, man. Too close.
And then Jonathan Birdsong will be at the local Rural King tomorrow morning, picking up those brooms for the sweep.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So, all right, Crossroads Sports. We'll see you on Wednesday night. If something else happens crazy on Tuesday night, maybe me and John will join you for a late night sweep edition. If not, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your Memorial Day.